Today is 16th February 2025 and I'm here with someone who's working in the fashion industry as a marketing specialist. So, hi, tell me something about yourself and your background and how did you get into fashion, sir?
So I work in fashion marketing. I blend creativity and fashion to create a narrative and a story behind it. I got into fashion because I believe fashion is more than just clothes. It's about telling a story without even saying anything. It's how you represent something or how you say something without words. And I think fashion is very important for a culture, to define a culture. And I think as a storyteller myself, as a marketer myself, I see it as a source of expressing my emotions or expressing how I feel. So I think that's about how I got into fashion, and yeah, basically.
Sir, can you briefly tell us about the role that platforms like Pinterest and Instagram play in fashion trend forecasting?
I think uh, Pinterest and Instagram are the new age trendsetters. Pinterest is more of a vision board of how you can see upcoming fashion trends, or I think it plays a more long-term role as a social platform for fashion, whereas Instagram is more of up-to-date and trending, and I think it's very real-time fashion updates. So I think that's all.
And how do you think it's helping you as a marketer in the industry, like these platforms and the new age media?
As a marketer, I definitely look at these platforms as inspiration, and it's played an important role in how people perceive fashion and how people are becoming more expressive about it. At Instagram, I think the role that fashion influencers play is very pivotal and very important in today's age, because where people are very easily influenced by whatever's trending or whatever's up to date. I think it helps people to connect more with themselves and see what they actually want or what they actually want to follow or they actually want to be inspired with. So I think as a marketer also, I would look at these platforms for more of an inspiration than just being influenced by it.
Do you think digitalization in fashion, like the emergence of virtual runways, has impacted the industry in a positive way or rather a negative way?
I think mostly positive, because these digital runaways have made fashion more accessible, um, more sustainable, and I think people can access these things from anywhere in the world at any given time, and I think it's more efficient as well, but it's digital, right? So it can never match the potential of how you touch a fabric or how you experience a digital experience a runaway in physical life. It definitely lacks real world essence. So I think it's impacted positively, but obviously the real world fashion events are always going to be relevant. That's what I want to say. And apart from that, I think the attention to detail and the craftsmanship is more visible and more like accessible when it's in person. So I think it's always going to be in trend anyway.
Sir, what are your thoughts on the emergence of digital avatars, specifically in the industry?
See, digital avatars is obviously a very exciting thing that's coming, because I think it's gonna help the whole metaverse thing. It's gonna help the virtual influencers. It's gonna be very important in marketing. It's gonna be very important in storytelling, and these avatars are emerging. It's a trend that is coming, but I think at the same time, in today's world, the technology is very it has a very limited access. Like, people, not everyone will have access to these things. Not everyone can experience these things at the given time, and I think even in the future, when people are drawn towards it. Again, just how the runways were, I think fashion in real life is always going to stay relevant. And apart from that, I've like actually been very associated to this person who was working around creating these digital avatars, and the only thing they wanted to tell the world is um, how less they know about fashion, how less they know about what it represents or what some cultures take it to be. And I think these avatars are creating a very important role in transforming that story. So I think in the coming age, these are gonna have a huge impact on the industry.
So, do you think, especially in the Indian context, when we talk about Indian craftsmanship, how do you perceive digital avatars there?
See again, even in today's AI world, India is lacking a lot behind. There's USA, there's China, and then India doesn't even have their own AI yet, right? So this is just a point of how things are today. Now, going a few years ahead, I'm sure India will come up with its own technology. India will have its own IPs to share with the world. But still, as far as I can see in today's India as well, people still have very limited access to technology. 4G and 5G is one thing, but these coming technologies are a lot more heavier and a lot more costlier. The cost of these things are unmatched, and I think in the coming time it's only going to rise. So I think until the economic stability in India doesn't come, these features or these things will be a little far-fetched. But I think there will be people who will try to bring it in, who will try to reduce the cost. But I think that's about time.
Where do you see the industry in the next 20 years, and will traditional practices still be a part of it, or will digitalization take over completely?
Um, I think digitalization will dominate around the areas of marketing, shopping experiences, and I think it will dominate, but till some point, the real shopping experience will still stay relevant. Um, the technology around fashion is growing at a high speed. New things are coming in, but even after 20 years, I don't see a lot of it changing. Mostly because fashion right now is more about culture, it's more about representation, and it's more about style. And even going forward, if the human essence or the real world essence is not there, I don't think people will be that drawn towards it, because at the end it matters what you are wearing at some point. It matters how you feel wearing it. And also I think fashion is about balance. So definitely technology and tradition will definitely coexist, and it's a matter of time where we see this balance, because we have often encountered phases where a technology takes an industry too far, but but a lot of nitty-gritties of that industry, or about the details of that industry stays behind. So I think that is not going to happen to fashion, obviously, because of how embedded it is in everyone's life. Even if the person doesn't know anything about fashion, they are somewhere connected to it. They are somewhere, they have an opinion about it. So I think seeing the mass market, any amount of technology can never beat the real world experiences of a person.
Lastly, what does fashion mean to you, and how has your experience been in the industry so far?
So fashion to me means more than just clothes. It means a way of telling my story. It means it's a way of expressing my confidence. It's a way of expressing how I feel, what I represent. And I love that fashion is more than just about fashion clothes, because there are a lot of cultural movements related to it. There are a lot of cultural identities related to it. Like I enjoy hip hop music a lot, and in rap in the West, clothes and fashion is associated to particular gangs and particular type of people. So I think this kind of representation and cultural identity is obviously more important than what words tell or what other stories tell. And my experience in this industry has been great. I work at a brand called SNITCH, and it's a menswear brand, and we create all kinds of men's apparels. And I think I was very interested to work with this company because of how much of a confidence it provides to a man. Because men often are very confused and very like they don't give a lot of importance to their clothes. Like not not every man, but I think a lot of them don't. And to make it easier for men to experience fashion and to make it more accessible to everyone, Snitch has done so many initiatives to bring fashion and men closer. And I think being in this company has given me a lot of more inspiration to what the fashion world represents outside this country, outside just a culture. I think everyone has their own identity with this industry, and everyone has their own opinions about in this industry. But I think I love how many people are involved in just one movement, and I think that's what fashion means to me majorly.